All right, YouTube, real quickly, Truth Man here. I told y'all I got something I want y'all to hear, and then I'm going to talk about it.
Proof that women are under spiritual attack.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I had to get rid of the music. Hold on one second.
Today is trash. Matter of fact, it's below trash. It is a dumpster fire that a bunch of hobos had a circle jerk over. Mainstream media and government give us extremes like Pearl, who is an Uncle Tom to all women, or Jada Pinkett Smith, who is literally the epitome of female narcissism. Where we do have intelligent women like Candace Owens, they only put their little puppet in front of our face where it furthers whatever agenda her sponsor is trying to promote. Cardi B literally took a dump on Instagram Live, and we laughed this indecency off. Kim K sucked her way to $1 billion bandwagon just so her and her plastic husband-hopping sisters could collectively make us feel physically inadequate. So we're perpetually chasing this bad bitch image, which, by the way, got every single one of them dumped, divorced, ditched, or cheated on national television for our viewing pleasure, by the way. And if that's not bad enough, you turn into the VMAs, where every female performer is reciting slut rap half naked, scissoring their counterpart, or twerking on stage. The only feminists that do gain any traction are bull dykes that hate men while simultaneously trying to look like one, or transgender women who are attempting to eliminate the classification of women while bashing men, introducing this new form of misogyny that I can't even begin to wrap my fucking head around, all under the guise of fake tits and wigs. And to further that ridiculousness, they give Bruce Jenner the Woman of the Year award, where he goes on stage with the stick and berries still flopping around under his ball gown to tell women the biggest challenge they face is figuring out what to wear. Not unequal pay, sexual harassment, domestic violence, or victim-blaming rape survivors. No, it's what Skims to pair with your ball gown. Are you fucking
The word
kidding
was
me?
used.
And then the women who do represent us want us to idolize transactional sexuality in the name of empowerment, just so they could turn around and worship a former incel proclaiming himself an alpha male because he worked out and made some money off of a podcast. They'll pass on a good man who's romantic, respectful, emotionally intelligent, all because they're equally yoked him in way of finances, which, by the way, is a right that we fought for, just so we could turn around and demasculinate men on the premise of their fucking wallet. Make this make sense. And all of this is at the hands of mainstream media and American government propagating women to such a deplorable point that the genders are now divided. We have eliminated chivalry, romance, and practical gender roles just so we could double down on the slave force and destabilize the American family, turning everybody into a never-ending ATM that they only withdraw from until we shrivel up and die on a fixed income that couldn't sustain any remnants of a happy and healthy life. Tell me what I missed. Tell me what I fell from until we shrivel up and die.
She didn't miss nothing, man. Hey, she went from A to Z. Now, if I had time, I'm gonna get back to what she was saying. I'm gonna elaborate on some of the points that she made. Basically, to sum up, she just summed up the mainstream media. She just summed up social media. I'm going to make this Isaiah 4:1 though. Isaiah 4:1 says, in that day, 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own food, wear our own clothes. Only let us be called by your name, take away our disgrace. The disgrace is social media. Social media, as this woman was saying, has destroyed the family unit, has destroyed chivalry, has destroyed everything in dealing with people and relationships. I'm stuttering, excuse me. But everywhere you go, you see somebody with their neck practically breaking on the phone, not talking to the people surrounding them. And that's almost all the time. And it seems like the only time that some people will talk to other people is when they arguing over something they don't agree with, or when they arguing over something that they didn't like that somebody did while behind the wheel. Now, she brought up Candace Owens, whom she said, which, you know, hey, I'm learning that that's true too. Like Candace Owens, like I liked a lot of what she said, but over time it started to seem like it was somebody behind the scenes pulling the strings. You know? Like I really don't like to hear most, I'm gonna say most, black people that's married to the racists that might not have done the oppression themselves, but they benefited from the oppression. So I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I can't say I could say that I can't see myself marrying somebody white. Not because they're horrible people, they're just like other people, but because like it goes against the grain too much. Like I can't say 100% is impossible, because hey man, at this point, if I was to find a white unicorn, you do the things I like, look how I like, you know, who knows? I'm the truth man, so I'm gonna just say not likely, but who knows? I know I'll make them my concubine for sure. You know, hey, and why? I'm not the type, like I used to think that the answer was just to stick to this person, that person. That's not the answer, man. That's not the answer. Because if you eliminate all the other groups, what if it's one that's gonna get beat down for you and be the person and do the things that you want and that you look for? And the group that you accept, what if nobody from that group is gonna be that person? So basically, to sum up what she was saying is that people is fake, people believe dumb stuff, and everything is for show. But that ain't how you build families. That ain't how you build friendships. That ain't how you build relationships of any kind. Good luck trying to build a relationship with somebody that has social media or through social media. Good luck. I mean, friendship, I see people becoming friends on the game like Call of Duty, Uncharted. Like people was like practically crying when Uncharted 3 was taken offline, because a lot of people, including myself, have met a lot of friends on Uncharted 3. You know, and there was a lot of cheating going on Uncharted 3, but hey, who's keeping score? It was probably meant to happen anyway, some of that stuff. So we gonna go back to a couple things that she said. She talked about how people listening to Bruce Jenner, and in so many words, she said, why would anybody be listening to Bruce Jenner? Her words, not mine. Hey, I'm trying to keep my channel up, you know what I mean? I'm trying to keep my channel monetized. She also brought up his children, the Kardashians, how they did everything for show, put themselves in the spotlight, only to all be dumped by the guys that they was trying to parade around. I mean, she went in on a lot of things. And if you have to, just go back and replay it. Anybody that want to know who it was, I can look up her. I think that was a TikTok. Okay, so what I'm telling you is all the stuff that we see for traditional family, for your kids, your grandkids, to have any chance at having a decent life, decent family, people gonna have to just start finding all of this stuff despicable. Like all of this stuff. I'm gonna show you something. This kind of off subject, kind of on subject. You can practically stop a woman from cheating almost by just telling her not to shave her hair down there. Because so many dudes like that a lot of dudes, like me, I'm the opposite, but a lot of dudes, they like that to the point where they won't even deal with a woman that has the force. We'll just say. You can shut them down just with that. And you know why? What am I getting at? Social media. That's what they do on social media. These women have had tattoos on their hands like they belong to a motorcycle gang, and they won't even own or know how to ride a motorcycle. Why? Because of social media. Because the mainstream. These are the things the mainstream promotes. The mainstream promotes tattoos. And hey, do you? I'm not keeping score. I'm just saying, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the attitudes that they portray on TV, on the internet, is gonna get you divorced if you try to get married. Adam 22. He gets married and then smuts out his wife. That's why I call him Madam 22. People are trying to change what marriage is. They trying to say monogamy without being monogamous. Oh man, we got an open marriage. An open marriage ain't no marriage. Show me anybody in the Bible that has an open marriage. I see polygyny. I see women that had their HY men broken by the man that they married. But now, what do you see? You'll see a woman that done had more men than a NFL football roster saying, my man got to be this, my man got to do that, my man. Are you serious? You should be glad you even got a man. But that says a lot about these guys too. These guys are narrow-minded. They're airheads. Because what guy is going to marry? I wouldn't even make a woman my concubine with 54 bodies if I found out. That's why you got to have the money to be like, hey, we can do a little lie detector test before I commit myself, my time, my resources to you. I got to know what you about and what you've been doing. That's how jobs do. We don't get mad at jobs for doing this, but we get mad at people for doing it. Personal lives matter. Like, why would you not get to know a person that way before you try to, let me get away from these people, man. I don't like how they drive. Before you try to move them in, or you move in, or listen, man. Y'all, sex is wonderful. Sex is important, but sex is not a reason to be an idiot or stupid. I'm not finna be a stupid or be an idiot just to get somebody sex. I believe in myself. I believe in the way I present myself enough to be able to find what I'm looking for. I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to deal with a woman trying to attack me, because if I could hit her 2 times, they'll mess my life up, mess my record up, barely be able to get some of these jobs or anything. So I'm not finna deal with no crazies. If I find out they crazy, they gotta go. This is what she was talking about, man. People is crazy. So she went in on some of the things that's going on in the world. Some of the things that people are doing. And I'm gonna see if I can play it back. I'm driving, so I'm gonna have to wait till a red light. Okay, a red light. Let's see. Let's see if I can go back to her. Did you hear what she had to say again? Okay, wait.
Idolize transactional.
Wait, we're gonna be stopping
Jump on Instagram Live, and we laugh this indecency off. Kim, where we do have intelligent women like Candace Owens, they only put their little puppet in front of our face where it furthers whatever agenda her sponsor is trying to promote. Cardi B literally took a dump on Instagram Live, and we laughed this indecency off. Kim K sucked her way to $1 billion bandwagon just so her and her plastic husband-hopping sisters could collectively make us. And we laughed.
Okay, that was a good point.
Kim K sucked her way to $1 billion bandwagon just so her and her plastic husband-hopping sisters could collectively make us feel physically inadequate. So we're perpetually chasing this bad bitch image, which, by the way, got every single one of them.
Exactly. So she talked about the bad bitch image. I mentioned this earlier on my short that marriage is not for no boss bitch or no bad bitch. Marriage ain't for you. You just getting married for show. Marriage ain't for you, and you not gonna last. You not gonna make it with that attitude. That's the wrong attitude. That's not a wife attitude. So the only way you would even make it is to marry a simp who doesn't know the meaning of life, doesn't understand what he's supposed to look for, so on and so forth. It's not for you. It's not. Marriage is for the traditional woman. It's not for you trying to cuck them. Like the one chick say, me and my man, the only fantasy I ain't had yet is for me and my man to sleep with a trend. Man, a lot of dudes will string her up for that. Like who they think they is? What? I ain't gonna lie, I don't believe in putting hands on women, but I would have to leave the house. I would pack my bags because she would see my paws if I didn't. If she came with some stuff like that. Well, me and you, what we finna do, I got this tyranny coming over and we gonna do this. I'll be like, are you serious? I probably would call her out her name. She would have to run. I would have to leave or she would have to run. For real, you don't involve nobody in no stuff like that. And if you a dude, and you would do that and still say, my girl, my wife, man, you are a clown. You belong in the circus, man. Go juggle.
Jumped, divorced, ditched, or cheated on national television for our viewing pleasure, by the way. And if that's not bad enough, you turn into the VMAs, where every female performer is reciting slut rap half naked, scissoring their counterpart or twerking.
Exactly. Society is decrepit. It's gone. People don't even like. I remember people used to look up to the U.S. Now they just use them for money. Other countries, hey, we finna fight. 100 billion. People move over here, get their money, and leave. Or they'll be here criticizing the U.S. and everything about it, but getting rich off of them. Meanwhile, the U.S., oh, he's black. Let's stop him somehow. So I'm right with her. Like, hey.
Twerking on stage. The only feminists that do gain any traction are bull dykes that hate men while simultaneously trying to look like one.
Woo! She said the feminists that get attention are the ones who HAT men while trying to look like one. I think I know who she's talking about, but we ain't gonna mention her name. There's somebody that tries to dance around the TV. Take a guess.
Or transgender women who are attempting to eliminate the classification of women.
Hey, we ain't got no problem with transgender. I say, do you? Hey, listen, I don't agree with what you do. Hey, YouTube. Hey, I ain't got no problem with them. They could do whatever, man. Like, hey, I'm living my life, man. I'm putting my left and right foot forwards and backwards, walking up and down, jogging up and down the street, doing my thing. I don't have nothing against them. I don't have no reason to have nothing against them. They gonna answer for themselves, just like me. So, hey, listen, nothing against them. You ain't got to censor me. You ain't got to shadow ban me. We good. Carrying on. She probably got banned off after this on TikTok, by the way.
Women, while bashing men, introducing this new form of misogyny that I can't even be.
It's called It's called misandry. See, most women that say we misogynist, it's not that we misogynist, they misandrous. So I'm not misogynist. I just go by, okay, so is God the God that created you? Is he misogynist? Because the views that, if you listen to me carefully, I come out of the scripture with my view. So you better be careful, because you could be guilty of blasphemy when you say a man who gets his beliefs from the God of heaven is misogynist. Be careful. Be careful. Let's move on a little bit. Give me a second. I gotta get through this traffic. Let's see if this light gonna turn. So yeah, she gave us a mouthful. Pause. She did. Let's see. Let's go back to some more of what she said. I'm gonna take this video down there trying to get me.
Who are attempting to eliminate the classification of women while bashing men, introducing this new form of hate men.
Yeah, so what she was basically saying right there was the T people, they try to introduce this new form while bashing men also. They don't like men either. But hey, listen, we ain't keeping score though. We're just talking. We just commenting on the video, YouTube.
While simultaneously trying to look like one, or transgender women.
Well, let me get. Why I keep going back to this?
Classification of women while bashing men, introducing this new form of misogyny that I can't even begin to wrap my fucking head around, all under the guise of fake tits and wigs. And to further that ridiculousness, they give Bruce Jenner the Woman of the Year award.
We don't want to. Hey, listen. Let's go past that part. Let's go past that part.
The women who do represent us want us to idolize transactional sexuality in the name of empowerment, just so they could turn around. So
what she's saying right there, she's talking about things like OnlyFans and stuff, transactional sexuality.
And worship a former incel proclaiming himself an alpha.
Yeah, hey, listen. Hey, I ain't naming names, man. I don't know some of y'all dudes personally, but she got a point there, because I know some of y'all ain't no alpha male. I know you not. It's one dude in particular. He just running game. He ain't, hey, listen, man. Hey, I ain't gonna say his name unless I grill him. I ain't gonna say his name. But this particular guy, man, you don't know nothing about black people, man. I'm just gonna tell you flat out. You don't know nothing about black people, man. I don't know if you like half black or what you are. Someday you look like a white guy. No disrespect, no pun intended. Other days you look like a biracial guy. other day, this particular person, look, man, you might have had some women that gave you the light skin discount. I don't know if you bought it like that, though, man. I mean, you might be a former thug. I don't think so. But what she's saying right here is some of these dudes like Myron, she talking about people like Myron and this boy. They be former incels that put it all together and made it happen on YouTube. And now they want to act like they alphas. Man, ain't no way Myron no alpha, man. He just not. He's not. I mean, I've been watching them for a while. I was watching Myron when Minister Jap was bringing him up on his panels. When he just was a person that was just listening, trying to repeat what everybody else was saying. And he just so happened, whatever he did, I don't know, maybe his ties to the U.S. border security made him big, who knows? But he basically was trying to copy off stuff Jap was saying. And then a couple times, I think Kevin Samuels was there. And then they outgrew them. But I believe that's who she talking about, fake alpha male incel. Myron, let's be honest, man. Take away your money, take away your YouTube channels. How much success would you have with women? Have you ever had success with women? Dude. That's who she was talking about. I'm gonna pull over in a second and we gonna finish this. We're gonna finish this. We got a few minutes left to talk about this stuff. Let me just pull over so I can play. Hey, YouTube, I'm just commentating. Fair use. Fair use. I don't have nothing against no groups. I don't have any reason to have anything against any group. I am who I am. So, let's just pull over. Let's pull over here, man. Let's get over here so we can get in the park. And we can finish this out in like 2 minutes. So listen, let's go back. She made a very good point right here. And I agree, definitely.
Because he worked out and made some money off of a podcast.
Because he worked out and made some money off a podcast. Why am I stuttering? I need to drink some water. So, this is what we see on social media. This is why a lot of these women do not cooperate. Because they after guys like this. They after guys that, want to pull that wallet out. He worked out and made money on a podcast. So now he can come out here and call all the rest of us losers who get out here and grind every day for what we get. And they criticize the prosperity preachers of the 90s and the early 2000s for doing the same thing that a lot of YouTubers is doing right now. But who keeping score on that?
Pass on a good man who's romantic, respectful, emotionally intelligent, all because they're equally.
Now, how often do we hear women pass on these type of guys? She got a point there, too.
Yoked him in way of finances, which, by the way, is the right that we fought for, just so we.
Right, so women fought to make the money they make, and now they want to call guys dusty who don't make the money they make. But yet, they all want to vie for these former incel fake alpha males who do have money now because they podcast, whether they have an inside track, whether they in these civic groups or whatever. They basically changing the dynamic of dating because these dudes who done made all their money on the backs of blue collar workers, giving them super chats, actually think that they somebody now. When the real heroes is the people who made you what you are. But you don't want to admit that, though. You want to think that somehow it was talent. No, it was whether or not people liked you, sir. So, to sum it all up, man, screen these women because social media and mainstream media has damaged them. And if you try to bring them in, not knowing how you supposed to think, how she's supposed to think, and what a relationship is supposed to be, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're going to get a butt whooping. Your wallet going to get a whooping too. So screen these people, screen these women. Stop giving your money away to dinner dates. Stop giving your money away to YouTubers. You want to support them sometimes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But listen, some of these dudes y'all be supporting is who she talking about. They don't even respond when you make comments. I see it. So Isaiah 4:1 is coming to pass. Screen these people, man. Keep social media in its place as entertainment.